Good morning, good afternoon, good evening around the world. My name is Doug Brunke. I'm the founder and CEO of Global Chamber. We are dedicated to the growth of our community. We are very focused on making the connections required for new clients, new resources, new partners, and whatever it takes to grow across borders. It's difficult being in business, and when you're doing it across regions and you're doing it across borders, it makes it that much more complicated because of culture, because of distance, because of logistics, and these days because of other challenges that are coming our way from governments and geopolitics and things like that. So we need to work together. We need to be hanging around the global tribe, people who know what they're doing. I see Bill Edwards is in this call. He's one of those very dedicated, professional, high integrity, very competent leaders who can be a resource for whatever business you're involved with, wherever you're doing business. And today we have very competent professional leaders who will be speaking about a particular market, very important market and a growing market, Thailand. William Min is our executive director for Bangkok and covering the country, and he's assembled a series of really outstanding leaders who will be covering the market from different perspectives. William, thank you for your leadership. We've been working with you for quite a number of years, originally starting in Myanmar,
Yes.
handling both Singapore and Malaysia. And now that you've been in Thailand, we appreciate working with you there in a very exciting and growing market. Thank you for bringing together such an established and exemplary group to speak about the opportunities today. I turn the program over to you.
Thank you so much, Doug, for the inspiring message and your ongoing leadership. We are grateful for your presence and guidance as we grow our Bangkok chapters. Okay, so everyone, thank you so much for joining in from across the world. I'm William Min, Deputy Director, Global Advisors for the Global Chamber Bangkok. I have been with the Global Chamber for nearly 8 years now, a journey that begins in Yangon and then has taken me through Singapore, Malaysia, and now in Thailand. So alongside my work with the Global Chamber, I'm also an insurance certified risk management professional with a diverse background in various industries such as IT, global networking, and humanitarian projects, particularly in emergency or security response in working with the organizations such as the UN. So today's meeting is a milestone for us as we officially introduce five outstanding leaders or advisors who will serve as our global advisors here in Bangkok. So each of them bring unique experience, regional expertise, and a passion for the meaningful cross-border collaborations. So before we begin, allow me to share briefly about the Global Chamber and the community that we are part of. So Global Chamber is a global community platform across 525 chapters in 195 countries for leaders, future leaders who have a cross-regional or global perspective, making growth more intentional, trusted, simply, and satisfying. We add value by creating strategic connections with targeted clients, investors, partners, and even resources. Our mission is to help cross-border businesses and doing business across regions as easy as doing business across the street. With that vision in mind, today's meeting is all about building bridges, expanding opportunities, and introducing the leaders who will help us shape the future of our Global Chamber Bangkok chapter. So now it's my pleasure to introduce our first advisors, Asim Goyal. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Asim Goyal to share more about his background, business, and vision for the Global Chamber Bangkok. Asim, over to you. Asim, sorry, I think you're muted.
So thank you very much for the introduction, William, and thank you, Doug, for putting, so clearly some of the challenges in global expansion. William has asked me to speak for about 5 to 7 minutes, so I'll cover three main parts. I'll briefly talk about my background. I'll talk about Asia Pacific more broadly rather than just Thailand, because I think it's an exciting region. And finally, how Global Chamber and, we can work together. So first of all, just briefly about my background. My background is basically in corporate banking. I started with the Toronto Dominion Bank in Toronto. That's where I'm right now, visiting. But then I spent 25 years with two international banks, Standard Chartered Bank and ANZ, in Asia Pacific. I started in Bangkok, then went to Shanghai, Taipei, Hong Kong, Singapore, Ho Chi Minh City, and Vientiane. I left banking about 5 years ago, and I've been doing consulting since then, including the last 2 years with Factum Global. That's where I am at the moment. And the focus of over the last 5 years, this consulting has been on helping companies expand into and out of Asia Pacific. And working with SMEs or working with mid-size or working with startups or MNCs. So that's been part of what I've been doing over the last 5 years. So moving on to Asia Pacific. Asia Pacific, just like any other country in the world, is certainly impacted by geopolitics, whether it's the tariffs at the moment in the US or the wars in Ukraine or Middle East or any other event. Asia Pacific is impacted. But overall, I still think that the story of Asia Pacific is highly attractive and exciting. And that's due to a number of reasons, which I'll talk about. And within Asia Pacific, there are certain markets that are more exciting. Historically, the focus has been on China because of the size of the market, the cost, and many other reasons. But over the last few years, as you might have noticed, companies are looking at de-risking or China plus one or diversifying their supply chains, whichever way you want to put it. And that has meant that the companies are moving out of China. And there are four countries that are especially benefiting from this de-risking. It's basically Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia, and India. If you look at these four countries, the size of the market, it's almost 2 billion people, 1.5 in India, 300 million in Indonesia, 100 million plus minus in both Philippines and Vietnam. And these four countries also benefit from demographics, the young population. The median age is about 31, 32 years. The costs are still low and they benefit from what's happening geopolitically. So these are the four main, the exciting markets that we are focused on. At Factum Global, our focus is on Southeast Asia and India, although we cover broadly Asia Pacific, but more specifically, we cover these markets. And when I look at the mandates and the missions of Factum Global and Global Chamber, they're totally aligned and complementary. I think Doug put it very clearly, the challenges, when you expand into new markets, whether it's cultural or regulatory environments or market practices or customer buying behavior. So just like Global Chamber helps business leaders expand into new markets through market intelligence, introductions, and all that, we do exactly the same. Whether it's companies in Europe or Africa or the US, they're coming into Asia Pacific, that's where we help. We help them with market research. We help them find partners, any other requirement they might have. Although we're based in Bangkok, but over the last 3 months, we have added consultants in Kuala Lumpur, in Vietnam, and in Mumbai. And although these consultants are based in a certain market, but all of them bring multi-country, multi-market exposure. So, the countries that are listed initially, Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, and India, these are the countries that we really focus on, and there's lots happening. Looking at Thailand, Thailand has historically been firmly integrated in the global supply chain. And as we look at diversification of supply chains, it is certainly benefiting in the industries that it has excelled historically, which is automobiles, electronics, health, computers, tourism, and all that. And that is still growing, and that's where the opportunities are. So in conclusion, I do hope that Global Chamber and Factum Global, we have an opportunity to work together because, as I said, our missions are totally aligned, which is making it easier for the companies to expand overseas. I'm glad to be here, and I really look forward to working and speaking with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you
If
so
there are
much,
any
Asim.
questions, happy to have a discussion.
Thank you so much, Asim, for that thoughtful and inspirational interactions. Do we have any questions for Asim in the group?
Hey, William, Doug, and Asin, this is Pankaj. We are a long-time member of Global Chamber. We do FDI. We are working with multiple countries, especially Philippines is hot now, as well as South Korea. I think Doug, me is working with us as a partner. You know me more than us, as well as Taiwan. So yes, we are happy to help you FDI, only foreign direct investment. We can help the whole region because of we are a NVIDIA member. We applied for NVIDIA VC alliances. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Budget. Okay. So without further ado, maybe I will introduce the next speakers for the day. So I would like to introduce Mr. Pakdeep People Ansvanaza or Mr. Prun. Prun, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. Well, I guess everybody's from different part of the world today. That's why I'm speaking from a late night here in Bangkok. So greetings. Thank you, William, and nice to meet you, Doug. Actually, I kind of popped into to some of the other seminars of Global Chamber and had a chance to hear a few people out. So I've seen some of your faces, and especially to all the advisors of the Global Chamber in Bangkok, that I do hope to eventually meet all of you in person very soon. Now, just to go through the same format as Asim did, I want to introduce myself as Pak Pibun Ang Sawanon. That's how I pronounce it in Thai. Nickname. Every Thai has a nickname, so my nickname is Prune. So keep it. You can call me Prune to make it simple. My background has been more or less in the past. I had been educated in various countries and very different cultures from India to the Middle East to all the way to the U.S. So I would say that my my experience has been covering more or less trying to bridge the different culture and trying to ensure that there are certain understanding that if everybody is open to understand each other, I'm sure the world would be in a more peaceful place and business would be more smoother. Now, covering my business currently, basically I am focused in the defense industry. So my company focuses on the MRO of aircraft, okay, including supplying some specific spare part in depending on the demand of our client. Basically, is the Thai government. So you can imagine what I've been doing. Not to go into the specifics, but and we provide all the different tools related to the aircraft. But at the same time, I also have other solutions with regarding to the defense industry in general. For now, my thank you to you will hear from him, Kun Somchai, in the later part of tonight. He is the one who introduced me to the Global Chambers of Bangkok. So thanks to Somchai. He's actually also my partner in most of the endeavor because he has access to a different defense technologies that we kind of complement each other in that regard. So overall, I am at the same time working to explore other continents. Currently, I'm also working to explore the African continent as well as the European and the Middle East with regards to the Thai specific products that given the chance, I shall share it all with you what Thailand has to offer, and I do hope to share all that in the near future. And thank you for the opportunity here by William to bring me into the Global Chamber of Commerce as an advisor, and I do hope there are many obstacles and that I had been experiencing, with other partners, European, U.S., and Middle Eastern partners, and I do hope that, given the chance, if I share those hurdles, the Global Chamber will help me to make my life smoother if I have to partner with any international businesses in the future. Thank you. I open the floor now to any one of you if you have any question here.
Thank you very much. I see Leon Pereira is in the room. He's based out of both Singapore and New York. I wonder, Leon, if you have a moment just to say hi, and have you been doing some work in Thailand as well? I saw your message about connecting.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. No questions at this point, but yeah, I'd love to connect with you, Prune, because I think we also do some work in the defense and MRO space. But yeah, so I'm with Yamada Consulting Group. We focus on merger and acquisition work. So we help companies to bring investors in, and we help companies to invest in other companies across borders in the middle market kind of range. And we have our teams in Asia. We have a team in Thailand as well. I think I wasn't able to get any of my colleagues onto this call because it was a little bit of a short notice that I gave them. But we do have a team in Bangkok, as well as Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Vietnam, India, and Korea. And then we have a very large team in Japan. We're publicly listed in Japan, 20 people in the US. So anyway, yeah, looking forward to working with all of you, and Prune, I will reach out.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prune. Thank you so much, Leo. And thank you so much, Zach. So well, now let's hear from our next advisors, Brian Thomas Hogan. Brian, hi. Can you take the floor, please? Thank you.
So good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is to everybody out there. My name is Brian Hogan. I'm based in Thailand now. I'm originally from the United States, from Massachusetts, born and raised. I spent my first 20 years in United Technologies, which has basically changed their name so many times. Now they're Raytheon. And from there, I had the great opportunity to move to Asia in 2000. So in 2000, I moved to Singapore, and I was running an MRO, maintenance repair organization, which we discussed earlier with Prune. So I had a great time in Singapore, and I decided I think I want to live in Asia. So I've been in Asia now for the past 25 years. Later on, I had a great opportunity to move from the maintenance and engineering and operations and manufacturing side to the airline side. So I was one of the pioneers for Cebu Pacific in the Philippines. And I spent another 10 years in the Philippines working with various airlines such as Philippine Airlines and Zest Air, AirAsia, et cetera, et cetera. So I had a great time there. It was incredible in the Philippines. I moved from there to Bahrain. Later on, I started up my own consultancy company where I focus on aviation operations, engineering, reliability, quality, whatever it takes. Re-engineering, transforming companies. They're in the doldrums into hopefully profit-making entities. So I've been now based in Thailand on and off for about 15 years. Recently, a lot of projects in Vietnam. I had some great projects in Israel until the until the war hit, unfortunately. So yeah, I have two companies. I'm also I continue to be a PR in Singapore. So I have a Singapore company and I have a Thai company called German Pacific or HBT Aviation or B2T Connections. So I'm not a young man, but I've got a lot of vim and vigor, and I'm ready to look at whatever opportunities are out there. Aviation is my heart and my soul. If you're aware of all the issues in aviation, it's always a major challenge, whether it's running a P&L, whether it's keeping the planes flying, or whether it's putting passengers in the seats. So I have a small team of people, and they're all based in Asia. And we focused on Asia and what we can do to help people transform their business and see what they can do moving forward to make their businesses hopefully much more efficient, and we can make some money. Because this market aviation business it's actually the worst business in the world to put money in. But if you have passion in it like I do, it's what I do for a living, and I love it, man. It's pretty amazing. So that's it.
Why is it the worst?
Oh, it's the worst because it's the most regulated in the world. We have to deal with government entities. We have to deal with the OEMs. We have to deal with quality and safety, which is great. But at the end of the day, the margins are very, very thin, and customers are more and more demanding. Plus, as you see the market changing, you have Boeing who has its issues, and Airbus who has its issues, and Rolls-Royce and Pratt & Whitney. So beyond all of the technical issues, your job, number one, is to take people from point A to point B and as safely as possible. But in order to do that, you can't cut corners at all. So it is a bloody challenge, to let you know.
How does that roll out? I'm more familiar with the automotive industry in Thailand and how that rolled out, particularly from Japan, the aerospace side of it in Thailand.
That's interesting, Doug. I mean, Thailand is a very challenging aviation market, like Vietnam and the rest of Asia. I mean, LCCs, low-cost airlines, didn't exist, before the early 2004, 2006. I don't know if I can compare it to the automotive business, but maybe it is. Maybe there are a lot of similarities there. You've got so much capital you've got to put into place, and I think it's the same in the automotive, right? You got to bring in the equipment, you got to bring in the people, you got to bring in the expertise, and then you got to sell the cars at a very low margin. But what you're trying to focus on is a high volume product, right? And that's what low-cost airlines did back in 2004, 2006. We're able to come in with, seat advantages. An aircraft like an A320 has 180 seats. Well, the legacy guys used to only have 130, 140. So now you've got that extra 30, 40% volume. So you can play on it. But the rules have changed significantly. I mean, you're an American, so you realize Delta, United, whatever. They've changed their game. They took all of the good bits from the low-cost airlines, right? Like selling you the seats, right? Giving the pricing, which is dynamic pricing, which changes all the time. But they also have the lounges and whatever. So they found a way to find that niche and to make a lot of money. But it's very cyclical. It doesn't mean it's going to last forever. It's just a really, really tough business. So I really can't relate on the automobile side. It's not my forte.
Hey, Brian, this is Pankaj. I work for US Dassault System from the software side in 25 years ago. All the airlines is our customer, but now we are a VC, but still we have a lot of contract. What you explained, we did from the software side before Y2K, but it's 25 years now. So you are absolutely amazing, and I'm traveling around the world. Whatever your whole life experience, and when I'm traveling, I always study how all the local airlines and all the global airlines, it's an amazing market. It's an
It
absolutely
is.
amazing market.
In Punjab, I worked 3 years in the IT system. I worked for an Indian company also in Singapore. And the other issue is the airlines are kind of 30 years behind on the IT side. And you wonder why, but it's in order to run an airline, you used to have 15 different IT components working together, which is almost impossible. So you're running around with a bunch of spreadsheets and other inadequate ways of communication in order to make things happen. So even today, I have a lot of buddies in the IT world. It's a challenge. So there's totally an opportunity on the IT side. How do you find a way to integrate all the right tools into the airline in order to make it run really agile? And I think AI is going to help in that regard as we move forward.
Yes, Brian, you are absolutely right. We lost a lot of luggage in my 30 years of US. I'm from Calcutta, eastern part of India, US citizen. But nowadays, within a minute, when they change my flight for many reasons, my check-in luggage is within a minute, it will be translated. And also nowadays, no one lost any luggage or all these things. So that's, that technologically, it's very advanced. And now we are very happy.
Yeah, but one thing it's hard to change the legacy mindset of a lot of the people in the companies, especially the IT people. And sorry if there's IT people here. I'm not an IT person. So.
No. You are absolutely right, because I'm almost 59. I started with 2GL. Now I am a VC. I gone through all this life cycle. So whatever you explain, we are 100% agree with you. Working with the IT people like a gray hair, even like all these top boss, it's tough. It's horrible in our life when we are in the IT job. They don't want to listen.
Nobody wants change, and that's the sad part. And there's super opportunities to change and work together and find the proper solutions. And it's not rocket science. It's just people working together. And I think that's kind of the global thing here. Politically, you see so many problems today,
If I may, just jumping in very, very quickly into this discussion. I was
Sure,
reading
Leon.
a piece on the adoption of AI, a research-based piece. One of the things they were saying, these authors were saying, was that one of the things holding back the adoption of AI in many companies is that middle level employees are afraid that if they implement AI for the tiers of employment below them, eventually those same methodologies will get applied to their role, and their role will become redundant, and that fear is in the back of their mind lurking. So that's one of the things culturally that's holding back the adoption of AI in many large organizations. So that kind of made some sense to me, I think.
It makes a lot of sense because I worked for a big company. We went from 12,000 to 6,000 people. And the problem they called the frozen middle. I was a junior engineer at the time, but they call it the frozen middle. They were so afraid of the change and losing their jobs. And most of them lost their jobs.
Understandable.
Great. Thank you so much for the amazing discussion. And now let's hear from our next advisors, Mr. Interpol Sanesen. Hi.
Hi, Sawadee. Good evening from Thailand. I'm Itipon, and I want to say hello to member of Global Chamber. Thank you so much for William to invite me to join this group. And after I listen to the members' experience, I have to learn from you a lot, sir. But however, I want to introduce a bit from my background. I'm used to be the flight operation inspector in Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand before. Department of Aviation. Yeah, the change to now to be the CAAT, right? So but during the time I have opened my own small shop called Aerospace MRO, and I have small presentations I want to show you with a very quick 2-3 minutes.
I think you can share it. You can press the share button. I have given you access.
Okay, you can share. Right. Okay, can you see it? Can you?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, aerospace MRO right now, we already established about 8 years ago, and this factory is 5,800 square meters. We still have a lot of room for you to join with me. We got the CAAT approval for Part 145. We got, as you see, C5, C6, C14, and NDT, oxygen. We got the DOT approved for hydrostatic test. And yes, as Brian said, the regulations, everything is very is tough, right? And we have to spend a lot of time and money on that. We got a certificate from GIL to do the composite to change the composite floor for Airbus on passengers and cargo. And we do the evacuation slide. We can do for Airbus, Boeing. We do the light rails, light raft. Light rail survival kit. This one inside my workshop. Okay. We can fit with 5 of slide raft at the same time. We do the batteries. We do the wheels and brakes, and oxygen refill, right? This one already told you DOT approved. We can do the nitrogen breathing air cylinder, and it's good news that your US it's called what? US Navy. They send us the cylinders to test and to refill with us because we got the DOT approval. We can do the laboratory and fire extinguisher and engine fire extinguisher for small one, but we want to right now we prepare for the bigger one. Okay. And the landing gear is I think is for the militaries, police, and our government. We need that. As you know, we have Revimar, the perfect one for commercial already, but for small one, I think this one still have a lot of market to do. This is inside my workshop for hydrostatic tests. We can do the NDT. We have level 3 and the pass in 4179 or NAS 410, and we have level 2 to do the inspections. So I think that is we have to prepare for the composite because is the electric airplane or drones or UAM whatever will penetrate the market later. So we have to prepare for that. This is our customers. Aviation, Vietjet, GMI. And the good news right now for civil aviation, the CAT just approved to do the seaplane operations in Thailand. So they set up 2 regulation for the TCAR ops and for the temporary landing, takeoff and landing area. We fight with this for a long time. However, after the CAT, they very and they afraid to allow us to do the landing in the remote area because they never did it before. But in Thailand, we have 2 or 3 companies already many years ago, 10, 20 years ago. We want to resurrect it again. So that's why CAT trying to help us and set these regulations up. And so that's why we can access to remote island, lake and river. So we have to prepare on spare parts. We can access to a new resort in somewhere. And we have to prepare for MRO. This is this is a new opportunity for Thailand with very brief opportunities for you to know that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Itapol. Do we have any questions? Do you have any questions in the audience for Mr. Itapol?
ขอบคุณค่ะ It's very, very interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, without further ado, let's hear from our next advisors, Kun Somchai Omri. Hi, Somchai. Could you please take the floor, please? Thank you.
Hi. Good morning and good afternoon and good evening to the member of the Global Chamber, Global member, sorry. My name is Somchai. I am the managing director of the Adoria, which is located in Bangkok. My company background is we start with the defense business, or even we can call it the Thai Armed Force, Army, Navy, and the Air Force. And together with some of the police, it's mainly on the weapon. That is my background company. And for myself, before I start with Adoria, I have the background with aviation. Also, I start with the cargo business with as a cargo staff for the KLM and Alitalia and the DHL. That is my background for the aviation. And then I moved to my own business for set up the airline because it's Thai Global Airlines. We start the business with the small aircraft, a scheduled flight from Bangkok to Hong Kong for the cargo. And then we quite very success. And together with the cargo, I also work with the part of the medical evacuation, Thailand. As you know that it's a good business for medical treatment in Thailand because around Thailand, sometimes the people on expat that they are working the other country, if they want to come to Thailand, we also have the service for the aircraft to Thailand. That is my background for the aviation. Again, we come to the part of my passion, because right now with my age, I like to work something that's my passion, but I have a dream when I am a child. I want to do it part of the military and some part of the weapon or the technology, military technology. So that's why I'm starting now for the business for my company, namely Adoria. And the main thing about Adoria is we are doing as a representative for all the technology, buy and sales, Thai Armed Force. Whatever the army, they want something that we can find it in the market from Europe or from the US, that we will buy and support to the Thai Armed Force. And then moreover, I also doing some part of the consultant to the subcommittee of the Thai Parliament for the military section. So that's why this is one of the reasons I want to share with the member that Thailand is more open for the military opportunity. I mean, military industry opportunity in the near future. The first thing that Thai government will try to have some change in the law, that in the past we cannot do anything, we cannot export. For example, if you make some of the ammunition, you cannot sell to the other country. You just only use in Thailand. And due to the new concept that they are thinking about, we want to have the opportunity for the weapon industry. Whatever we have a transfer the technology or joint working together in the company as a local company and to sales to our region or even the Thai Armed Force. So that's why I want to share with the member, because even the new thing that Thailand really interests is about AI, military technology. Because in that case, it means we can do it some of a part of the this what's called develop together with the company with a high technology from the US or from Europe. And then in that case, we can use Thailand as a market or something like that. We can make a production and distribute to the other country in this region. That is our aim. And also, we just think about in the near future, because as you know that even Thailand, we don't have the big budget for military, but we have the project that we want to do all the military equipment in Thailand together with the collaboration with the country like in Europe again or in US. Because for example, if we want to have the next frigate, of course we want to make it in Thailand. We want to have some of the transfer technology from the main company in the US or the Europe. And also we can do it not only for one, but after we have the facility, we want to do it. Sales also in this region to build, to repair, or even some of installation of the equipment on ship, right? So this is an idea that I want to share with the member, because I think that the opportunity and the door is open now for the military business in Thailand. This is what I want to share with you. And then anyway, thank you very much for everybody that and have a nice evening and have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do we have any questions for Mr. Somchai?
Yes, my name is Chad, and I just put some information in the chat. If you could see that, I'd be interested in it. Thank you. Not for military, but for like cleaning up the earth, though, because that's what we do. It's for the environment. So thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, Chad.
Thank you. Yep.
Without further ado, I think we wrap up with the global advisors introductions. Maybe Doug, do you have any comments? And before I wrap up the ground.
Just in terms of kind of framing things up here, William has pulled together the Global Chamber Bangkok chapter, and he's selected some really distinguished leaders. In terms, William, of your next steps, I know one of the things we'll be working on is bringing some additional people with different skills to complement who you've already pulled together. Also some women. So if there are particular market segments that you feel that you're looking for, or and if anyone in the audience has some ideas for additional advisors or people to be involved with William and his team with Global Chamber Bangkok, please either here make some suggestions or contact us indirectly, either to William directly or to me or to anyone else at Global Chamber. One question, William, while you're thinking about that, Somchai, who is so experienced in aerospace and military applications, I'm wondering, Somchai, if you could elaborate a little bit on the opportunities with the military. Is that with the Thai military, and what are some of the dynamics on the ground that are driving the growth in that market segment?
Yes, Freedom. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. We can hear you, Somchai.
All right. Yes.
I think, Doug, I think you have to repeat your question again. I think Somchai couldn't hear it just now.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Can you repeat?
Yes, I can. Somchai, I was asking, you mentioned about military and that the opportunities are increasing. Could you explain a little bit more about what types of military opportunities? Is it with the Thai government? Is it with other governments? What is driving the growth of the opportunities in the military, and what do those opportunities look like?
All right, thanks for the question. What I told you before, right? Because Thai government is a leader for this project. Since I am a consultant to the subcommittee, so I know that right now they have a lot of change. And then the Thai Army will be the part of the start the business. We have one of the department we call the DTI, Defense Technology Institute, which is under of Thai MOD, Ministry of Defense, right? So the DTI, they are doing the part of the research and also try to develop and make some product to support to Thai Armed Force at the first step. This is what they are doing now under the name of the DTI. And then more than that, DTI is a local company, local subcontractor with the government. So that means they cannot do more in the marketing. So that's why they try to open more business to the company from the US and to the Europe who want to invest something like technology and also investment for Thailand to do some of the weapon or the military equipment. That means at the first stage, we already, DTI is done for the more than 10 years. But of course, they are step by step to learn about the part of the military. I can say that military business, not Thailand, is not big in the past. But now, as you can see, it's a tremendous increase of the demand of military equipment. And also together with some of the limit in some country in Europe, they have a sanction. So that means they cannot export from the Europe or US, Thailand. And it's an opportunity that if we can make it in Thailand under the Thai government, and also we can do it, make it and sell it in Thailand, right? That is the first thing. And the second thing is about if we make it, and also we want to do it with our neighbor. That means if we can sell to the other country within Southeast Asia. So we are consider Thailand as a hub that we can make some production for the military. For example, for my experience also, before COVID, I have a deal with company. Maybe I can tell you about names. It's one of the company in Switzerland. The name is Rook Amotech. They are making production for the ammunition. It's a high-end ammunition. Of course, Thailand, we don't have the ammunition that is up to the standard with the NATO standard. So that's why we try to bring the work to Thailand and have to join some investment with the local company, right? Once we have to join it, that means we can have some production to serve for the basic ammunition to the Thai Armed Force. That means standard 5.56 as a standard for the ammunition. At least it's a basic that we can have the technology transfer. And the second thing, we can have some product that we can do it in Thailand to make it very consistent for the equipment that in case of we have the situation. And at the same time, we were looking about our neighbor country that they also buy some ammunition from Europe. But instead of that, as you know that the transportation is also, it costs a lot of money for the transportation from Europe to Southeast Asia, that it affect to our competitors in the Southeast Asia. So that means we cannot compare with the other country like China or Korea. That means they can make a production that always short distance to the Southeast Asia. So that's why I talked to the management in the work. This is an example that if we can set up a company in Thailand and make the same production, right? That means we can open the new business in Southeast Asia and we can compete with the other country. So that is the idea that I want to do it. How can we open the business in Thailand? And especially now, not only for the hardware, but we are talking about the software like AI. Because right now, as you know, that AI is moved a lot in the military business, military equipment. So that's why I just talked to some people in the DTI a couple of weeks ago that how can we start to deal with some country in the Europe or in the US for monitoring, monitor something that if we can open the business in Thailand for what I said, it's a military business. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Do you and have you or can you put your contact information in the chat area? I see you have a LinkedIn profile, but it probably is not something that you normally use. So if you could put your contact information in the chat, and all of the speakers, if you could put your information in the chat, whether you have or not, if you could do that before we close, that would be great. I'm going to put in William's contact information as well. So if any of you are not able to connect up with any of the speakers, please contact William directly.
Yep.
Thank you, Somchai.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me the time. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, William. Are there any other questions in the audience, please?
Do we have any questions in your audience for all the speakers? I think we are pretty good with today's sessions. And so I would like to thank everyone for joining, especially Doug and all of our new advisors for all the times, commitments, and visions. I wanted to say that we are building something meaningful here in Global Chamber Bangkok chapter. We want to build a platform for collaborations, innovations, and purposeful global growth, especially cross borders. And with everyone leaderships and the supports of the Global Chamber Network, I believe that the Global Chamber Bangkok is well positioned for even greater success. And hopefully to stay connected with everyone and to continue the conversations. And we look forward to seeing everyone at our future events. Thank you so much once again for joining this event.
Yeah, thank you very much, William. Thank you all. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim, for setting this up. William's contact information is just simply william@globalchamber.org. And so if any of you have a challenge to meet with any of the speakers and have a hard time connecting, William can help facilitate that. William, what are the next things that you're thinking about for the chapter? What's highest priority for you and the advisors there?
So for now, we are going to be identifying one more new global advisors, especially a woman advisors in our advisory board. And then afterwards, we will be definitely moving on with more events, especially for the Global Chamber Bangkok's chapters, inviting more Thai, potential Thai Global Chamber members to this our community, and then making sure that we're going to be doing a lot more cross-borders networking events, even physical events, because I believe that one of our advisors pointed out that he would love to have a physical events in here in Bangkok. So that's also one of the lists that we're going to be doing. And yeah, pretty much this year is going to be like establishing the foundations of the Global Chamber Bangkok chapter and the community, bringing more members in, making sure that we're all established and then ready for the next year. Yeah, thank you, Doug.
Thank you for your ingenuity and flexibility, and it's been great working with you these years. I didn't know it was that many years, and so you've been on quite a journey, and we look forward to working with you on this journey across Bangkok and across the country and the world. Thank you, and thank you everybody for joining today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Somchai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to put in my contact, but please, I think you can all reach me somehow.
Okay, is that Somchai? Are you speaking?
Oh,
No, it's Prune.
Oh, Prune. Okay. Hi, Prune. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we if you haven't had a chance, then we'll figure something out after the meeting for sure. Maybe in a post on LinkedIn, we'll figure out some way of circling back. Thank you. Great conversation and great information.
Yeah.
Good start.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Asim. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye.